How y'all doing? Good, good. Before we get started, I'm gonna grab a music stand. Well, welcome to the New Orleans Jazz Museum. So glad that y'all are here. Yes, worthy of a hand clap. Yes, welcome to the New Orleans Jazz Museum. On behalf of New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park, we are so grateful for this partnership with the New Orleans Jazz Museum to provide music for you every Tuesday at 2 p.m. The mission of our park is to instill an appreciation for New Orleans jazz music, the musicians, the culture, and we do so by education, by entertainment, and we just provide a wealth of programs for you to enjoy. So today we will honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his legacy. If you work in the federal system, then you notice you had a day off, right? And so we're just celebrating that today as well. And so I'm going to bring up the band and we're going to get started. So on drums, we have Peter Varnado. On upright bass, Kerry Lewis Sr. Guitar, Dominic Minix. I will be the vocalist today. My name is Jade Perdue. And so thank you. I'm just going to read a little passage that I found online. I was just getting some materials to prepare for today. And so throughout this program, I will share little snippets or little facts about Dr. Martin Luther King and his legacy. And it's such an honor to be able to talk about him. Out of all the federal holidays that we have, he's the only only black man to have a federal holiday. And so that's what a legacy and an honor to do that. So I'm grateful that I get to take a day off on Monday, and that's because of his life and what he has did for us. So the annual King Holiday observance is a time that we celebrate, commemorate, and honor the life, legacy, and the impact of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Global citizens will have unique opportunities to learn and unite in celebration of Dr. King's groundbreaking work and his wife, Mrs. Coretta Scott King's powerful continuation and formal institutionalization of that work through a variety of engaging events. And so I just want to start off with people get ready. We got this show. So get ready, sit back, and let's get to the music. One, two, three, four. People get ready. There's a train a-comin'. Don't need no ticket, you just get on board. Faith is all you need to hear the diesels a hummin'. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. I said, people get ready. There's a train to New Orleans. Don't need no ticket, you just get on board. Faith is all you need to hear the diesels a humming. Don't need no baggage, you just get on board. I said, people, get ready, and there's a train a-coming, and picking up passengers from coast to coast. Faith is all you need to hear the train a-coming. Don't need no ticket, you just thank the Lord. train a coming. Oh, don't need no ticket. You just get on board. You just get on board. You just get on board. You just get on board and just thank the Lord. Thank you. So I hope you're buckled in because this train is starting to move. All right, so the first fact I want to give you, in 1955, Dr. Martin Luther King was recruited to serve as a spokesperson for the Montgomery bus boycott, which was a campaign by the African American population of Montgomery, Alabama, to force integration into the city's bus line. After 381 days of nearly universal participation by citizens of the Black community, many of whom had walked miles to work each day as a result, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that racial segregation in transportation was unconstitutional. And so, for me, I've been reflecting on things that I do daily that probably wasn't a privilege back then, but is a privilege now. And just the fact that I can drive to work and pay my little $6 for 2 hours is it's a good thing, you know. And that wasn't always a thing back then. I would like it to be free, so maybe, you know, the mayor will do something about that. But it's always good that we're having progress. So that's the little fun fact. All right, let's get on to the next song. Let's lift every voice and sing. This is the Negro Black national anthem in the Black community. And so I'm going to sing this a cappella first, and then we're going to get into it. This is Lift Every Voice and Sing. Need my water sometime. I'm getting through a little phlegm and stuff, so hopefully I don't crack. If I do, it didn't happen, right? It didn't happen. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling seas. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the faith that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. y'all sing a song full of the hope that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the faith that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory. Let us march on till victory. Let us march on till victory is won. Till victory is won. Until victory is won. Till victory is won. Till victory is won. Thank you. And what I love about being a park ranger and also a musician, more so a musician first than a park ranger, I promise you, when I was in grade school, middle school, even undergrad, after I graduated, I was like, yeah, I have no idea how I'm going to make this music thing work out. But some reason, the Park Service was like, yeah, we specialize in, appreciating music. So I said, yeah, this is my spot. Get stable income and I get to do music? Oh, great. Awesome. But yeah, so again, with our park, we like to educate and entertain. And so I get to combine both interpretation and music. And so what this song means for me, for a while, I would say it's kind of hard singing these songs because I always think about this one image and certain images, but I have to realize a lot of these songs were about hope, and we all know and want to experience hope, whether that be in our personal lives. You maybe hope for a better job, you may hope to take the week off sometime, or you may hope to see friends and family. We all know what hope's like, and so that's why I think these songs are so important, because it's not just about the civil rights movement, although the civil rights movement was very monumental, but it's also it's about themes that we all know and want to recognize. So the next fact that I have for you is in 1957, Dr. King was elected president of the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, an organization designed to provide a new leadership for the new civil rights movement. He would serve as head of the SCLC until his assassination in 1968, a period during which he would emerge as the most important social leader of the modern American civil rights movement. All right, I'm moving through these songs pretty quickly. Oh my goodness. All right. Hey. So the next song is We Shall Overcome. All right. All right. Come on, just clap your hands right there. I know somebody got a tambourine somewhere, right? Right? If you don't, just right there. Y'all sound good on the 2 and 4. Woo! All right. We shall overcome. Keep it clapping. We shall overcome. we shall overcome someday. Oh, we'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Oh, oh, down in my heart, I do believe that we shall walk hand in hand someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Oh, down in my heart, I do believe that we are not afraid today. Dominic Minix. Kerry Lewis Sr. I just want to hear the drums right now, right now. really want to overcome is, oh man, this pandemic. It's like it's kind of gone, but not really. I mean, it's kind of gone. But what I really want to get back to is when we were getting them stimulus checks. Oh my goodness, I was having the best time of my life. I didn't have to go to work. Well, I was in school at the time, but I didn't have to go to school, kind of. We were on Zoom. I just put that video not on and still listen, right? Some of y'all did that, right? When you're at home, wasn't fully dressed, just had the face done. And then everything else we were in clothes. I know. That's all right. I'm not supposed to say that online. Right. We're honoring Dr. King again. Yes. But I'm pretty sure, we all have things that we want to overcome. It may not be just political movements, but sometimes I need to overcome procrastination, right? Or overcome getting to work not right on the dot. Wink, wink. I know some of y'all might need to overcome that as well, but it's okay. But with these songs, again, they're all about themes that we know and we are very familiar with, right? So the next point I want to make is, in 1963, he led a coalition of numerous civil rights groups in a nonviolent campaign. I'm gonna pause. I think what made Dr. King so prominent throughout history is that it was a special emphasis on nonviolence, and so that is really hard to do. I get mad if I get a ticket, and I know I want to get real violent if I see a parking ticket on my car, right? But to go through so many things and still choose to turn the other cheek or to say no is super powerful. And I'm going to read one of his quotes later on, but that's one key that stuck out to me when honoring Dr. King is this nonviolent approach to protest. But let me get back to it. So he led a coalition of numerous civil rights groups in nonviolent campaign and aimed at Birmingham, Alabama, which was at the time described as the most segregated city in America. The subsequent brutality of the city's police, illustrated most vividly by television images of young blacks being assaulted by dogs and water hoses, led to a national outrage resulting in a push for unprecedented civil rights legislation. It was during this campaign that Dr. King drafted the letter from Birmingham jail, the manifesto of Dr. King's philosophy and tactics, which is today required reading in universities worldwide. And after we do the next song, I'll talk a little bit about that quote. All right, so this next song is Down by the Riverside. A hymn, and one vocalist that was from the city that is known in New Orleans, but I think she's pretty nationally known, and she was also studied a lot, is Mahalia Jackson. She's not someone that's talked about a lot, but I definitely need to pay homage to her because her style and approach to gospel music changed the gospel game. So we're going to do that as well. And her and Dr. King had very close relationship as well. So Down by the Riverside. Is that a tambourine back there? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give me a nice tambourine. Good. That's good. Thank you. One, a two, a three, a four. slow. Now I want to speed it up just a little bit. Now we're about to have some church now. I want y'all to repeat after me now. Oh, I'm gonna put on my long white robe, say down by. Come on, clap your hands. Come on, put your hands together. Oh, I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside and study one or more. Oh, I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my long white robe and study. Come on and say I ain't gonna study one no more. Study one no more. Study one no more, no more. I ain't gonna study one no more. Study one no more. Study one no more. Yeah. I love me a good spiritual. You know, and many people know that these spirituals had coded messages and whatnot, and they go back from a really long time. They didn't start in the civil rights movement, but these were songs from Dr. Martin Luther King's childhood and his parents' childhood. And so these songs that get carried on and passed on through tradition. And so this is the moment where we break away from the music and you are able to ask any questions that you may like. Again, in the beginning of this set or this performance, I stated that we are about education and entertainment, so we can't have one without the other, or we'll be violating our NPS duties, I guess. And so, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. You can ask about what makes New Orleans music different? Why are we a group? How did this come about? If you don't have any questions, I'm going to take time to ask the bandmates, what about Dr. King's legacy or any political leader inspires you today? Do you get any inspiration? We got 5, 10 minutes.
I appreciate Dr. King's nonviolent message. And he also worked with he had a contemporary who was this Buddhist monk. His name was Thich Nhat Hanh. And he also was preached a nonviolent message. And he experienced a lot of pain and suffering in his life as well. But I think what people miss or maybe don't understand about this message of nonviolence, it's not about being passive, and it's not about not feeling your feelings or not even being entitled to feelings. We are all entitled to pain, we're all entitled to our suffering, but we're first entitled to be happy. And it's like, I feel these teachers, they showed us that suffering is not exclusive to any race or anybody, but suffering is misunderstood as like as a poison, when it's actually, when dealt with wisdom, can be a medicine to create compassion for the world. And so Thich Nhat Hanh and Martin Luther King, they both preached this. And Thich Nhat Hanh, though he was a spiritual person, most people who are into Buddhism and stuff, they kind of step away from the world, right? But he was absolutely still very much active in the world, and he was an activist. And so it shows by an example that the only way to change the world is to look within and see the darkness in ourselves, and to take responsibility for it. Yeah, take responsibility for our little corner of life.
Good. Man, I had facts. He's doing a better interpretation than I am. Oh my goodness. Maybe I need to give him the uniform. Man, I don't think, how do I move on after that? I like that. So Mr. Kerry Lewis Sr., would you like to say anything? What song? Oh, what do I want to? I have my notes down there. Like, look, you have your song next, so I think it's a good time to go to the song. All right. I was going to keep on talking, but that's all right. I'm going to come back with the facts later. So the next song is "What a Wonderful World," and what I do want to say is that although we all may fuss and fight and have our differences, and or I may not agree with you, somehow when I look out at my window and I see the skies are blue and the birds are chirping and I still have breath in my lungs, life isn't so bad no matter what circumstance I'm in. And I don't want to I don't want to make it seem like some people don't have terrible situations. That is true, but then again, it's always good to come from a sense of gratitude and be grateful that, you know what, I'm here in this moment. I get to breathe good air and just be surrounded by good people. And so, what a wonderful world. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the blessed day and dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? What they're really saying is, I love you. I hear the babies cry, and I'll watch them grow. They will learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Dominic Minix. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, also are the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? What they're really saying is, I love you. I hear babies crying, I'll watch them grow. They will learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you. Man, the world is so good when you got king cake. Oh my goodness. And we had king cake down at our office, and I'm just so happy. King cake should be served year round. Don't fight me on that. That's what I believe. Yes. Oh my goodness. But yes, and no matter what you go through, just remember all the good things in life. So the next good moment that I want to highlight about Dr. Martin Luther King's life is that in 1964, at 35 years old, he became the youngest person to win the Nobel Peace Prize. His acceptance speech in Oslo is thought by many to be among the most powerful remarks ever delivered at an event, climaxing at one point with the often quoted phrase, I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. This is why right temporarily defeated is stronger than evil triumph. Okay. One, two, three, four. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now I want you to sing along. This little light of mine, say I'm gonna. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I said, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. I said, everywhere. it shine. Oh, this little light. I don't hear y'all, I don't hear y'all. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah. Oh, since I lay my burdens down. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I lay my burdens down, I say glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I lay my burdens down, glory, glory, hallelujah. Since I lay my burdens down, I say I feel better, oh, so much better. Come on, clap those hands. Since I lay my burdens down, I feel better, oh, so much better. Since I lay my burdens down, I just want to hear drums. Now sometimes all you need is a little beat. And so for this last time, I want y'all to sing with me. Is that all right? I said, is that all right? I said, is that all right? I said, this little light of mine, I'm gone. I want to hear you louder now. I'm going to let it shine. Oh, this little light, I'm going to let it shine. Oh, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I said, I feel better, oh, so much better, since I lay my burdens down. Oh, no, I feel better, so much better, since I lay my burdens down. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yeah. Woo. Now some of y'all act like y'all ain't been to church before. I know y'all have a cousin or some. I know not all of us go, but that's all right. That's all right. I'm so thankful that y'all are singing along. And again, when you leave out the store, think about some hopeful songs. Maybe cut on a song or two and just think about the good moments. And so we got one more song for you, and I'm just going to wait to start singing it. But I have one last fun fact for you. Okay, so 1964, a lot happened, right? But the next year, 1965, Congress went on to pass the Voting Rights Act, which was an equally important set of laws that eliminated the remaining barriers to voting for African Americans, who in some locals had been almost completely disenfranchised. This legislation resulted directly from the Selma to Montgomery, Alabama March for the Voting Rights led by Dr. King. So within a span of 13 years, Dr. Martin Luther King led this nonviolent movement and civil rights movement and made so much progress. And my hope is that, that even though we can't recreate that moment, my generation can't recreate what we did, but we can do something. I remember when George Floyd was brutally murdered by police, the whole nation went in an uproar, and there were a bunch of protests, and people were fighting back. I myself did my own thing, and it was very monumental for a nation, but there hasn't been something as monumental as the civil rights movement, and I hope that we can keep on progressing as a nation, sharing kindness, and first loving ourselves, and then we can spread love to others. And so this last song, definitely, I would say, shares that message. And so I hope that you have enjoyed this 1 hour set. And on behalf of the National Park Service, we're so grateful to provide this education and free entertainment to you. Stop by our visitor center down at 419 Decatur for other things. I know you wasn't expecting me to say all that, but stop by our visitor center to learn more about our park and visit the national parks. Get out and just explore different things within your hometown in ways to educate yourself and be empowered. So we're going to do this last song. One, two, three, four. if you want to dance a little bit, come on, get on your feet and move a little. Get on your feet when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. How I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. Hey, when the sun begins to shine. Oh, when the sun begins to shine. How I want to be in that number when the saints go marching in. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all didn't get on your feet. Terrible. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Give it up for the band. Dominic Minix, Carrie Lewis Sr., Peter Varnado. I'm Jay Perdue. Thank you for coming through. Stop by at 5 p.m. for another show. I'm not sure who's playing, but I'm pretty sure they're great. So yes, come on at 5 p.m. back here in this spot, and see y'all next time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.